Top of the third. There's one out now, and here's TJ Foreman in an 0-1 count facing Evan Larson. Flared out to right, drifting, and it'll drop for a fair ball. Cut off by Bologna. Throw in. Oh, he's safe. So Foreman, who hit one to right, Bologna fielded it, threw an absolute leader to second. Looked like it might be in time to get him. Instead, he is safe. Foreman has doubled. And it's the second extra base hit for the Conejo Oaks, this time courtesy of TJ Foreman. Safe at second now with one out for Bobo. Bobo 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Larson has struck out 2. Got Carrillo to strike out to lead off the top of the third. Struck out Bobo back in the top of the first. He was the first out back then. He'll check second now as Foreman is safe there. He's taking off for third now. It's swung on miss, gunning there Esperanza, and he is safe. And TJ Foreman just stole third. Just one gone in the top of the third, and TJ Foreman causing some havoc here early. He has doubled and stolen third base. A possible third run for the Oaks is just 90 feet away. And the Oaks RBI leader, Brendan Bobo, stands in an 0-1 count. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. This would be a huge second out. If you get that second out, Foreman cannot simply score on contact. Samuelson has brought himself in. And third, Mercado and Kretschmar with their heels on the outfield grass. That is ball one. Count is 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Foreman safe at third. Here's the pitch to Bobo. Fouled off, and it's another souvenir for this packed house. That one drifted out of the park. Foreman reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, has now doubled and stolen third. There's just one out in the top of the third. It's 2-0 Oaks. 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Third strikeout for Larson, his second of Bobo, who's 0 for 2 against him now with 2 Ks, and it'll be up to Brendan Durfee to drive in a possible third run. Durfee was that controversial, brought in the first run, reached on an error that allowed the first run to score. So he made this a 1-0 ball game, and Smith made it 2-0 after him. There's 2 gone in the top of the third. TJ Foreman still safe at third. And Durfee, who just took ball 1, tasked with bringing in another run for the Oaks, who already lead 2-0, 2 outs, top of the third. Swung on and missed as the count evens at 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Fouled off, and it's 1-2. Well, TJ Foreman, I mean, he was jacked up after that double, then stole third. Got to be hyped after that. But Larson can strand him at third and keep this a 2-0 ball game. He's able to get Durfee out at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 gone, top of the third. Grounded to Mercado. Got him. (6-3) on the ground out, and Larson does indeed strand a runner at third. Keeps it 2-0 Oaks. Torres struts back out there. He is not allowed a run. He has not allowed a hit. He has struck out 1 man. He has walked 1 as well. Bottom of the third coming up. And as we welcome you back to this new stream, we apologize for the Wi-Fi issues earlier. Trying to sort that out. We've got our hotspot going. We're in the press box, and we're trying to bring this one to you to the best of our ability. It's game 40. It's a packed house, and it's going to be a good one. It's 2-0 Oaks as we're heading to the bottom of the third. Thanks for hanging out. Bottom third of the Blues lineup going to get their first chances to face Torres. It goes Martinez, Kretschmar, and there was a substitution defensively in the last half inning. Ryan Fenn in for Ruben Mercado at short. We assume he'll be taking his place in the batting order. Torres to the plate. Breaking ball in there for a strike. So keeping the trend going of pitching backwards. He has still faced the minimum. A 1-2-3 bottom of the first. Lenoff the second with a walk. Samuelson grounded into a double play, and he struck out Bologna. 0-1. That swung on and missed, and that is the pitch, or the pitches, that Martinez has struggled with. Off-speed stuff, either inside or away. That's how opposing pitchers have been able to induce the swing and miss and get Martinez out. 0-2 pitch. In there for a called strike 3. And it's his second strikeout already. First of Martinez as he's 0 for 1. There's one out in the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Oaks for Austin Kretschmar. Kretschmar stands in for his first at bat. No one on and one out. Bottom of the third. Torres, strike 1. So he's already gotten 2 strikeouts in 2 1/3. Oh, the count. Fouled back and it's 0-2. Kretschmar batting .265 on the season, 18 hits in his 18 games as a Blue. Only 1 extra base, a double. Has driven in 4, and that is grounded foul. It's still 0-2. No one on, facing Chris Torres, who has now pitched 8 straight scoreless innings against the San Luis Obispo Blues, the team he has started against in half of his appearances. Another 0-2 pitch. In there, strike 3, called, and he got him. So we had Mercado starting, playing shortstop and hitting 9th. But it's actually Ryan Fenn, who was a defensive substitution in the last half and fills in for Mercado now, taking strike 1. Chris Torres has struck out 3 straight Blues, 2 straight looking, and now there's 2 gone in the bottom of the third for Ryan Fenn, getting his first chance to face Torres. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Checked his swing and took ball 1. For those of you just joining us, it's 2-0 Oaks. We're in the bottom of the third. We apologize for the Wi-Fi issues. We've hopefully sorted them out. This is game 40. Blues and Oaks continued. 1 ball and 1 strike. Flared out to left. That is caught. Carrillo ranges on to make the catch. It's a 3rd straight scoreless inning pitched by Chris Torres. It remains 2-0 Conejo Oaks. Blues still without a hit, and Torres has still faced the minimum. Top of the fourth coming up. We'll see who's on the mound for the Blues when we come back. They trail 2-0. This is a big one. With a win, they clinch a playoff berth. With a loss and an Orange County victory, the Oaks would be eliminated from the playoffs. They have certainly come out with urgency. They lead 2-0, playing for their lives this season. It's game 40 for both teams. 2 more to go after tonight. We hope you've enjoyed all 40 up until this point. We hope you'll continue to enjoy this one and the ones in the future. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back with you. Thanks for making Blues Baseball part of not only your 2021 summer, but your Friday evening. I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out. Top 4 underway. Here's the man that is responsible for the 2-0 lead the Oaks have currently. It's Grant Smith, 1-for-1 with an RBI double, leading off the top of the fourth. 2-0 Oaks. Larson out for a fourth inning of work. The previous 2 much quicker than the first, as he threw 33 pitches in that first inning of work. Has stayed in to see a fourth, and he'll deliver strike 1. Just the 59th pitch, and that's what's incredible. We threw 33 in the first, and now we'll throw 60 as we enter the top of the fourth. Breaking ball in there, strike 2. Ahead 0-2 on Smith. Oh, 2 pitch. Way inside, and it's taken for ball 1. Smith without a hit in his last 2 ball games. Last time was against the Blues here. He had the only RBI in 1-0 victory over the Blues. That came in the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch. Fouled straight back against the netting. And the count and situation remain the same. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Grant Smith. There's no one on and no one out in the top of the fourth in a 2-0 ball game. Smith, the junior, that's Incarnate, University of Incarnate. 1-2. That was inside, and it hit him. Smith has reached for the second time tonight. He has RBI doubled and has now been hit by a pitch that was inside on the hands. He's in considerable pain. Member of the Blues medical staff going to come over, take a look at him. Hope Grant's all right. In the process, the Oaks get the leadoff man on and bring Anson Arrows to the plate. It's 2-0. Now they're looking at Smith. He's going to say that he can continue. He'll take his base as he'll be safe at first with no one out in the top of the fourth, bringing Arrows to the plate. Arrows a freshman at Oregon. Hometown of Auburn, California. Switch hitter. Batting from the left side against the right-hander, Evan Larson. Leadoff man aboard. Grant Smith is safe at first with a bruise. And Arrows now stands in to face Larson for the second time. He's 0-for-1 against him, grounded out to second his first time up. Larson to the plate. Sent out to center. Cermak ranging back a couple steps. Well, that one took him all the way to the warning track, and it's the first out. And with that absolute cannon of an arm, he guns back in. There's one gone now in the top of the fourth. And Smith still safe at first. Melhoff to the plate now. One man on and one gone. Also 0 for 1. The bottom of the lineup has not hurt Larson at all. It's been the top of the lineup that's gotten to him. Melhoff 0 for 1 against him. Second straight left-handed batter as the Oaks have packed them all in against the right-hander Larson. That one's fouled off as it's 0-1. Melhoff is a senior at Pepperdine. He's from Oregon, hometown of Gresham. Average at 196. 0 for 5 last night against the Foresters. 0-1. Flared out to left, and it's 0-2. Nothing into the count to Melhoff. Smith still safe at first. Him and Foreman have reached in both their plate appearances. Nothing into the count. Got him swinging. Fourth strikeout for Larson. 3 swinging, 1 looking. And it's a key second out as he'll welcome Sandoval to the plate. Sandoval flew out to center his last time up. 2 gone, top 4. It's 2-0 Oaks. Larson, who pitched a very lengthy top of the first, since then has settled down, has centered himself, and has been dealing. Runner taking off for second. Pitch in there is a ball. And Kretschmar has it, as it's the second stolen base for the Oaks tonight. And it's Grant Smith, who was hit by a pitch, now safe at second with his stolen base. He reached second via his first base hit, a 2-base hit, as he brought in that second run. He's safe at second now, and the count is 1-0 to Raul Sandoval. One 0 count. Foul back, and the count evens at 1-1. One ball and 1 strike, 2 outs, top 4. Checking second, and now dealing is Larson. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Sandoval, senior at Cal Davis. Oaks get a runner in scoring position. They've done so in 3 of 4 innings now. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Grounded foul to the left side. Count and situation remain the same. It's a 1 ball and 2 strike count to Sandoval. And Grant Smith is the runner safe at second after being hit by a pitch and stealing a bag. It's 2-0 Oaks at the top of the 4th. One and 2. Fouled back again. So if pitch count dictates anything, this could be the last inning. After pitching the first, you wondered if he'd even get through 3. He's trying to get through 4 and have this only be a 2-0 deficit for the Blues the rest of the way. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Staring down Smith at second a couple times. Now deals. Ooh, Esperanza tried to frame that one for him, and the count evens at 2-2. Larson has struck out 4, and that gives 37 on the season in his 25 full innings pitched. 25 and 2/3, that is. Trying to make it 26. 2-2 is the count to Sandoval. Grounded foul to the left side. Yeah, we've seen some bats against him. Sandoval battling here as the Oaks threaten again. Third time in 4 innings, they've had a runner on second. Back in the third, they had a runner stranded at third. TJ Foreman was safe at third with 1 out. He'd then strike out Bobo and Durfee. That's why it remains 2-0. 2 balls and 2 strikes still the count to Sandoval. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. It's 5 strikeouts for Larson, back-to-back swinging, ending the inning, stranding another runner in scoring position, and keeping it at 2-0 Oaks. If you're just joining us, the bottom 4th is about to be underway. Chris Torres is coming out for his 4th inning pitched. He has not given up a hit. He has struck out 3 and only allowed 1 blue to reach. That was TJ Clarkson, who took his team-leading 21st walk back in the 2nd. And it's 2-0 Oaks as we'll head to the home half of the 4th. With the short break, we want to take the moment to thank one of the many generous sponsors of the San Luis Obispo Blues. We want to thank Via Automotive. They've been with us since 1946. That's all 75 years of the Blues' existence. So thank you to Via Automotive. If you're in need of any automotive repairs in the San Luis Obispo area, check out our friends at Via Automotive, where their slogan is, "Our family taking care of your family." I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out. Back to the top of the Blues lineup as the bottom of the 4th is underway. It's Ryan Cermak facing Torres for the 2nd time tonight. He's 0 for 1 against him. He sends a breaking ball out to left, but that line and caught by Carrillo. First pitch swinging was Cermak. He waited on a breaking ball, sent it out to left. It did not threaten to leave, and that's the first out. So Cermak attacking the first pitch, and that's something we saw. Well, we've not only seen all season, but that's something we saw in the last matchup between these two teams in Thousand Oaks. A lot of first pitch outs for the Blues. Hard hit balls to the outfield. This is AJ Esperanza now taking a curveball for strike 1. Torres has been true to his word, starting with the off speed, then working the fastballs later, and it's been first strikes and first pitch outs, as he did it with Cermak. 0-1 pitch to Esperanza, no one on and 1 out. That is flared out to left. It's the first hit for the Blues, and Esperanza is aboard with a single. Bringing Grotto to the plate. Two 2-0 Oaks. It's the first hit allowed by Torres. Last time out, he only gave up 2. Torres looks in and gets the sign from Arrows. Takes a deep breath and delivers ball 1. Starting with the fastball and missing. So Torres, his first time out against the Blues, he pitched on July 9th here at Sinsheimer Park. 4 full innings, gave up 5 earned runs on 7 hits, walked 3 men, throw over to first, and Esperanza is safe. Talking about how when he lets a leadoff man on, or when he lets anyone on, throws over to first, it's kind of his tick, it's his tell that he's angry at himself for allowing the man to reach. Lets out the anger on the throw over to first. 1-0 count to Grotto. This is down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Esperanza rounds second, heading into third, and Grotto will be safe at second with a stand-up double. It's his team leading 12th. And it's men on second and third with just one out in the bottom of the fourth. Blues, who didn't have a hit coming into the inning, get their first via an Esperanza single. Grotto doubles, and they're safe at second and third for TJ Clarkson, who was the first base runner of the night. He walked leading off the bottom of the second. We're in the bottom of the fourth now as it's 2-0 Oaks. And the Blues threatening to change that here with the first baseman out of the University of Utah at the plate. Torres also mentioning part of the reason he had so much success against the Blues the last time out was he felt he was in complete control of his pace in between pitches in terms of taking the same amount of time, him and Arrows being on the same page in terms of what pitch to throw when. Here's the first pitch to Clarkson. It's fouled off to the left side, and it's 0-1. He said that's a big part of it. If you're taking the same time in between pitches, you're getting outs, you're feeling yourself, obviously. You're centered. Your breathing is good. He said that's all it really takes for me to be comfortable on the mound and end up going out and having a good outing, which is what he did absolutely last time out against the Blues. Had pitched awesome through 3. Now having to deal with some traffic for the first time. It's 2 runners in scoring position. Grotto at second, who doubled, and Esperanza, who singled. It's 2-0 Oaks as here's an 0-1 pitch to TJ Clarkson. Again, flared out to left and foul. It's 0-2. Arrows having a conversation with Torres momentarily on the mound. Torres had sat down 5 straight Blues prior to the Esperanza single, now dealing with traffic and dealing an 0-2 pitch to TJ Clarkson. Flared out to left. Ranging back is Carrillo. He can't get there, and Esperanza and Grotto will score. It's a 2 RBI double for Clarkson, and we are all tied up. For Clarkson, it's his 8th double, and it's RBIs 15 and 16 to tie us at 2 in the bottom of the fourth. Still just 1 gone for Tate Samuelson. Second straight double. It was Grotto and then Clarkson. Esperanza and Grotto come in to score. We are tied at 2. Here's the first pitch to Samuelson, and it's grounded foul for strike 1. Torres acknowledging also, as much as I would love to come out and stop the Blues from clinching a playoff berth and stopping the celebration in front of this huge crowd, I can't make that my priority. I have to go out and think about myself as this one is grounded up the middle for a base hit, and Clarkson rounds third. Throw to the plate on a line, but late. It's 3-2. Samuelson unties us. It's 3 straight runs for the Blues to take the lead 3-2. Samuelson's 23rd RBI. He is safe at first. Here's Vinny Bologna. They are stringing hits off of Torres now. A single, back-to-back doubles, and another single to make it 3-2 in favor of the Blues. On the count to Bologna. He's 0 for 1 against Torres tonight. He struck out. He was the first strikeout victim. Blues have strung 4 straight hits off Torres. They've taken the lead at 3-2, and there's still just 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Throw over to first, checks on Samuelson, and he's safe. Torres, too, as much as he throws over to first and tries to pick guys off, he uses a – here's no one. It's 0-2. He uses a specific sort of inner clock before he throws over to first. He says he'll basically count to 4, but with letters. He'll do U, C, L, A, and then throw over to first. Again, big thing with him is time and coming set at the belt and being centered, but those who've gotten to him here in the bottom of the fourth. Out of the stretch, it's a pitch out, throw over to first, and Samuelson's still safe. The count is 1-2 now to Vinny Bologna. One ball and 2 strikes to Bologna. Samuelson safe at first. He's the one that untied us. It's 3-2 Blues. And 0-2 against him now. Strikeout, and it's a key second out here in the home half of the fourth. Here's Vince Martinez. Martinez, who has slowly fallen in terms of when he hits in the order and in the lineup. We've seen him as high as 4. He was the cleanup hitting DH for quite a while. Now, in the midst of a mini slump, finds himself batting 7th, but that is a huge bat that you have at the bottom of this lineup as he throws over to first again, and Samuelson is still safe. So as you wait for Vince, who we only have as a DH, senior from Stanford, as long as you have him in the lineup, wherever you bat him, you're putting a big bat now leading off the bottom third of a lineup that performed well. That has been performing well. That's strike 1. For the Oaks, they're playing for their season lives. They're trying to make it to the postseason. Back-to-back crushing losses. They're trying to avoid a third here in SLO. 0-1 pitch. And taking off for second is Samuelson. That one is sent out to right and caught by TJ Foreman. It's the third out. It retires the side, but not before the Blues take the lead 3-2. They collect 4 straight hits off of Chris Torres, 2 singles and back-to-back doubles. Untie this ball game. It's 3-2 as the Blues have taken the lead. And with the dizzy bat race about to take place, we will head to the top of the 5th. Brand new ball game. Script officially flipped as the Blues lead 3-2. Top of the 5th coming up. It'll be Daniel Cabral leading things off for the Oaks when we come back. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back with you. Thanks so much for making Blues baseball part of your Friday evening. Hope you're enjoying it. Top of the fifth underway. It's Cabral facing newly inserted left-hander Jared Hart, delivering ball one. We haven't seen Hart since the 21st. He pitched an inning against the Foresters. He struggled a bit and has struggled in the latter half of the season as that swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Comes in with the ERA at 6.58 in 13 2/3 innings pitched. He's gotten a lot of strikeouts. He's gotten 24 strikeouts. The problem with Jared is that when the hits come against him, they come in bunches. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4 different times this year in what is now, this is his 11th appearance. In his prior 10-4, he gave up multiple earned runs. Did he go around? He fouled it off. It's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. No one out. Top 5, no one on for Cabral, who's 0 for 1. Flew out to left his first time up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Count even at 2-2. Blues have taken the lead. It is 3-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Middle of the season, Hart was awesome. Late June was prime Jared Hart as a Blue, as that one is flared out to left. Grotto ranging and making the catch. There's one gone. From June 18th to June 29th, that was in the midst of 5 appearances for Jared Hart. He gave up 1 earned run. He gave up 4 hits. He was excellent out of the pen. Since then, and actually since he first pitched against the Oaks back on July 2nd, that's when he got roughed up. He only got 2 outs, 4 earned runs on 3 hits. And with Miller Plyman going home, as Carrillo shows bunt, pulls away, takes ball 1, Jared Hart's going to get a lot more appearances. He's going to come out and have to eat up innings. Evan Larson gets through 4 full. And in the top of the 5th, Jared Hart comes in to relieve him. Left-hander out of Cedar Park, Texas. He's a senior at Illinois State, a teammate of Ryan Cermak's. Strike 1. In the first matchup between these two teams, again, back on July 2nd, in a 5-4 victory, all 4 runs that the Oaks scored against Jared Hart. That was ball 2. So Hart going to get back to at least the form he was in late when he was dominant. 2 balls and 1 strike to Carrillo. Ball 3. Stuff. Good movement. Love to watch him throw curveballs. Slow curves, too. High 60 stuff. 3 balls and 1 strike. No one on, 1 out. Top 5. It's 3-2 Blues. And the pitch. Grounded to Samuelson. 2 gone. Carrillo now 1 for 3. Led everything off with a single. Here is TJ Foreman. He's reached in both his plate appearances. He's reached on a fielder's choice. He has doubled, and he's stolen third base. Batting with no one on and 2 outs. Now his team trailing 3-2. Hart facing Foreman for the first time tonight. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. One from Hart. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. So we talk about some of these guys out of the pen eating up innings. Hart, most outs he's gotten is 6. He's gotten through 2 full innings. Most likely, depending on pitch count and efficiency, most likely asked to do the same tonight. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Two gone in the top of the fifth. Nothing in two pitch. Grounded to Fenn at short. Takes a hop on him, gunning to first in time for the out. It's a 1-2-3 scoreless inning of relief pitched by Jared Hart to keep us at 3-2 in favor of the Blues.
Program number 4188.
Bottom five coming up. Love listening to our director of press box operations, Evan Sonny, take over for our PA announcer, Jim Siebert. A lot of the interns here, except for me, are very versatile. They can do different things. They can pour beer, they can sell tickets and merchandise, and they can be hospitable. I can do none of that except call the ball games. Bottom five coming up. Chris Torres still out there trying to pitch a fifth inning of work. Kretschmar due up when we come back. It's 3-2 Blues. Thanks so much for making Blues Baseball on the Blues Streaming Network part of your Friday evening. I'll take a short break. I'll be right back with you, though, as I always am. Thanks for hanging out. 3-2 Blues as we enter the home half of the. Here's Kretschmar, 0-1 with a strikeout, facing Torres for the second time tonight. No one on and no one out for him. Ball one. One ball and no strikes to Kretschmar. Torres deals. Breaking ball, high ball two. Kretschmar, his last time out, 0-for-3 and a loss to the Riptide. But back on the 23rd against the Barons, had his best game as a Blue as he takes ball three, went 3-for-5 in that one, drove in a couple runs in the 11-4 victory. Notes, as a lot of guys were, as only 4 hits by the Blues were collected. Previous 2 matchups, he's 2-for-8, taking a strike. Three balls and one strike to Kretschmar. Ball 4, high and inside, and Kretschmar will reach on a walk. Blues get the leadoff man on. Done that since the bottom of the second when Clarkson reached via a walk, but a double play by Tate Samuelson. They grounded into a race that immediately. We'll see if they can capitalize and flip the script here as Ryan Fenn, who is the best on the team at laying down bunts. It's perfect every time. With Kretschmar safe at first and no one out, we'll see if the sack bunt is on. Torres to the plate. Fenn tried to lay that one down, and it's strike one. Torres looks in and gets the sign from Arrows. Kretschmar is aboard with a walk. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1. Fenn popped it up, and against the netting, it's 0-2. That's rare. We never really see Fenn miss on the first 2 attempts. It's 0-2 as he's tried it twice. No one out in a 3-2 ball game in the bottom of the 5th here at Sidsheimer Stadium. It's fireworks night. Part of the reason it's an absolute packed house. You can barely see any of the grass behind the orange seats. Nothing in two, the count to Fenn. Throw over to first, checking on Kretschmar. He's still safe. So the Blues got all 4 of their hits consecutively against Torres in the bottom of the 4th to plate 3 runs and take the lead. They get the leadoff man on. Kretschmar just walked in. 0-2 now to Fenn. Taking high and inside, ball 1. Fenn out of Cuesta College was an everyday starter early in the season. Can play second or short and play it well. 1 ball and 2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the first out. And the 5th strikeout for Torres. Here's Ryan Cermak, who loves to swing early in the count against Chris Torres. He swung and flew out to left on the first pitch he saw. He guessed breaking ball. He sent it to left, not deep enough to leave, but these two, they've faced each other a number of times this season now, and Torres aware of what Cermak can do well. And at the plate, that's almost anything. Throw over to first, checks on Kretschmar. He's still safe. 1 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Cermak, a big bat at the top of this lineup, an aggressive one. 10 for 25 since he's been back. He's been unbelievable. Kretschmar taking off for second. Breaking ball in there for a strike. The throw is bounced to the plate. It's in center field now, and Kretschmar has a stolen base. He's in scoring position. And for Kretschmar, the stolen bag is his 5th. And he's safe at second now. 0-1 is the count to Cermak, who has 8 RBIs in his time back from his 10-day quarantine. 6th and final meeting between the Blues and Oaks this season. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses for ball 1 as the count evens. Kretschmar worked a walk to lead off the inning, now has stolen second in the midst of Cermak's 3rd at-bat. It's 3-2 Blues. 1 ball and 1 strike. Torres checks second and deals. Swung on and missed half-heartedly by Cermak, and he's behind now 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Grounded foul. Torres has struck out 5 in now 4 1/3. Struck out none through 6. I still can't believe it. And when you talk to him, he's like, I've never pitched a game like that in my life. Props to my defense, our outfield. All those guys are fast. They're quick. Different story tonight because the Blues have scored off him and he's been striking them out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Missing outside, ball 2. Blues have seen the same starting pitcher twice. It's happened before. Tommy Steyer of the Saints, a couple guys for the Shrez Butcher of the Riptide. They have not seen the same guy 3 times, as that one is killed out to left. Is it fair? It's not. It would have been home run number 4 for Ryan Cermak, and it would have increased this lead. Instead, the count is even at 2-2. And when Cermak turns on one, I mean, they are high, they are deep. That one not fair, but it was gone. It's 3-2 Blues. 1 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Kretschmar safe at second after working a walk and stealing a bag. Torres to the plate, and Cermak will send that one out to left, but it will not threaten to leave as Carrillo is under it to make the play, and there's 2 outs. Just got under it, and he's the second out. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Here's AJ Esperanza, 1 for 2. Got the hitting party started in the bottom of the 4th with a single. would end up coming in to score on TJ Clarkson's 2 RBI double. They'll have a chance to bat with a runner in scoring position now. It's Kretschmar at second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. It's Esperanza's third at bat. Time has been called, and there's going to be a meeting of the minds on the mound with Chris Torres. You think this crowd is bigger than the one we had on the 3rd? You think this crowd's bigger than the one we had on the 3rd? Dude, it's a lot of people. It's a packed house. I'm still waiting to make my attendance guess. We all are. It's fireworks night, the 3rd and final one, game 40 here of what promises to be a really fun weekend. We've got a fireworks night tonight. We've got a game at 4. Those are my favorite games. The games that start at 4 will welcome the Barons to town. Blues, if they win tonight, can use the final 2 games to really get ready for the playoffs because they know they'll be there. And then on Sunday, the game at 1, also against the Barons. It's the 42nd and final game. I'm getting sad just thinking about it. And it'll be Blues birthday day. Everything's going to be on sale. There's going to be a ton of people here, as I always do. The bottom of the 5th with 2 outs for Esperanza in a 3-2 ball game. First pitch from Torres. Strike 1. Torres comes set and delivers an 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Grotto due up if Esperanza is to reach. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Kretschmar, the leadoff batter, reached on a walk and now is at second. 0-2 the count to Esperanza, who's 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a ground out to third. Missing with ball 1. Esperanza also back from his 10-day quarantine. He's also just been amazing. Homered last game against the Saints. Flared out to left. Carrillo is under it, though. Makes the catch for the 3rd out. That retires the side. Torres works around a leadoff walk. He retires the next 3 men in order. He's gotten through 5, only allowing 3 to score. He has struck out 5, the exact opposite of his last outing against the Blues. You see that white bucket behind home plate? All of us here in the press box and in the stands, of course, are going to throw tennis balls at it and try to win us some season tickets. Does that do us any good? Not necessarily, but we have a lot of fun doing it. I still have not been close on a throw. I'll update you. I'm going to get 2 chances to try and get it over the netting. We're through 5. It's 3-2 Blues, and I'm going to take a short break and be right back with you. Top of the 6th coming up. Thanks so much for hanging out. I threw 2 tennis balls. Still have not gotten it over the netting. I throw out my arm every time. I feel it in my elbow. Ball 1 was just delivered from Jared Hart, who's pitching his second inning of relief, to Brendan Bobo, and that's in there for a strike. The count evens at 1-1. It's 3-2 Blues. Bobo to the plate for the third time. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts swinging. Looks at ball 2. We were discussing cookies during the break. We have some in the press box with us. I got several from Subway before I got here. That swung on and missed. The count evens at 2-2. With the season winding down and everyone's emotional, no time to be eating healthy. We're eating cookies today. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just made contact with that one, fouled it off, and the count remains even at 2-2. Hart, who set down Cabral, Carrillo, and Foreman in a scoreless 1-2-3, top of the 5th. Trying to retire Bobo for the third time tonight. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. They've got his number tonight. They're inducing the swing and miss. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, and that means that Brendan Bobo, he's feeling generous tonight. He's given 3 fans a bottle of slow heat hot sauce from Bon Tomp's Creole Cafe. It's incredible stuff. It's so good. Put that on an omelet or in it. Nothing better. Here's Brendan Durfee. Reached on an error that drove in a run back in the first. Ball 1. Evan, do you know where they keep the hot sauce?
I think it's at the marketing.
I need to get some before I leave. That's strike 1. We're talking a lot of food here in the press box. Count even at 1-1, Durfee. Hart has looked comfortable. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's 1 gone on the corner and missing ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike to Durfee. 3-2 Blues our score. And the pitch. Strike 2. Two balls. Got him swinging. Whiffed on that one, missed it by a foot, and Hart has struck. Now back-to-back Oaks. He has retired the first 5 men he's seen out of the pen and is on the doorstep of pitching a second straight score, 1-2-3 inning of relief, and maintaining our score 3-2 in favor of San Luis Obispo. Here's Grant Smith, who's reached in both his plate appearances. He has driven in a run on a double. He's been hit by a pitch and stolen second base. Lays down, tries to lay down a bunt, takes ball 1. Three to 2 our score. We're in the top of the 6th. 2 gone, no one out. No one on. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. There hasn't been a lot of food after the games recently. They're not feeding us. I don't think it's because we're not doing well. I think 1-1 in the dirt ball 2. I think it's just because we've had so many fans here down the stretch and they're just eating all the food, leaving none for us interns. Say it one more time. Yeah, maybe they're getting greedy, or they thought we were getting greedy. 2 balls and 1 strike, 2 gone, top 6. We're talking food still. Inside ball 3. After I go home, I'm not eating a hot dog for a while. Yeah. 3 balls and 1 strike.
No, it's just the case.
A lot of hot dogs after work. 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Jared Hart, and it's high, ball 4. It's the first man that's reached against him. It's Grant Smith, who's now reached in all 3 of his plate appearances. He's the first base runner here in the top of the 6th, and here comes Steve Tolley, acting manager, as Bob Miller. Well, we don't know where Bob is. Meeting on the mound. Really? They're going to pull him? I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. Kevin Lyons is going to come in for Jared Hart. Hart retired 5 batters, struck out 2 straight, walked Smith, and now his night is he pitched great. That's a good confidence-building outing for Jared Hart, and we're going to welcome Kevin Lyons into the ballgame. While he warms up the pitch, I'm going to take a short break and be right back with you. Zach Ebrahim here in the press box here at Cinch Stadium. We're having a lot of fun, as we always do, here on the Blue Streaming Network. I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out. Kevin Lyons is in to pitch for Jared Hart, and Grant Smith, who was just walked, just stole his second base tonight. He has stolen second. He's in scoring position. He's reached in all 3 plate appearances. He's driven in a run. He's doubled. He's been hit by a pitch, and he has stolen second base for the second time tonight. To sum it up, he's been busy, and he's in scoring position with 2 outs for Anson Arrows. It's the 12th appearance for Lyons, who gets Arrows to swing and miss. The count's even at 1-1. 2.73 ERA. Last time out went 2 2/3 back in Compton. That was our last road game in at the MLB Youth Academy. Gave up 2 earned runs.
Yeah, but I think glazed sausage is
That gets away, and Smith is going to take third.
I like a really mild, thin red sauce.
A wild pitch from Lyons on the 3rd pitch he's delivered out of the pen. Gets away. Count is 2-1. And now David Solis is going to talk to the home plate umpire here. He's disputing something. Not sure what. More importantly, Grant Smith is safe at third. The tying run is 90 feet away, and Kevin Lyons just has to get Arrows. Just one more out to be recorded here in the top of the 6th in order to maintain the 3-2 lead the Blues have had since the bottom of the 4th. Two balls and 1 strike. Lyons now trying to strand a runner at third. Two 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses high, ball 3.
I wish we were doing
3 balls and 1 strike. 2 gone in the top of the 6th. Lions to the plate. Got him swinging. Okay, it's 3-2 now. Count's been worked full. Smith, who walked, stole second, advanced to third on wild pitch.
I haven't played that in so long.
Payoff pitch.
They use it.
Grounded. Foul. Count full arrows. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 gone, top 6. The tying run is at third. Ball 4. That gets away. Smith's going to score. It's 3-3. And Arrows just worked a walk, but ball 4 was wild. Got away. Smith, who stole second, advanced to third on a wild pitch, scores on a wild pitch to tie us at 3. Disaster strikes in the top of the 6th. Goes is safe at first with a walk. There's still 2 gone in the top of the 6th. It's now 3-3. Here's Greg Melhalf. 0 for 2 tonight. Lions to the plate. Ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Throw over to first. Checks on Arrows. So Lions comes in. Has to get 1 out in the top of the 6th. Throws 2 wild pitches, and we're tied at 3. Inside, ball 2. Struggling with command. We haven't seen that a lot from Lions the whole season. It's that walk he just issued is his 11th in 26 1/3 innings pitched. He's only given up earned runs now 5 times this year, and this is his 12th appearance. Runner takes off for second. Arrows is safe at second, and it's a 3-ball, no strike count to Greg Melhalf. Go-ahead run for the Oaks is now in scoring position. Lions checking on second and delivering a 3-0 pitch that misses for ball 4. He has walked back-to-back batters. It's Arrows at second and now Melhalf at first. Here's Sandoval. And here's Dean Traynor. Well, it was a questionable move. You pull Jared Hart, who retired 5 straight Oaks out of the pen, had struck out 2 straight, then issued a walk to Smith, and you pull him. I understand the longest he's gone is 2 full innings. You could have done it again. He could have gotten through 2 full, looked like he was rolling. Lions, who of course has been reliable. Sub-3 ERA, has been an unsung hero the entire season for the Blues. Comes in, throws 2 wild pitches. Smith, who also stole second, comes in to score. We're tied at 3. He now walked back-to-back batters, Arrows and Melhalf. He's dealing with traffic now and faces Raul Sandoval. We're tied at 3. 2 gone, top. Lions plate. Ball 1. It's the 12th walk he's issued, and he's struggling with command. No first pitch strikes yet. Trying to retire Sandoval, and as a result, retire the side, keeping us tied at 3. That's the task at hand. That one gets away. Both runners will advance 90 feet. He's going to try and, he thought he would try and score. Excuse me for getting ahead of myself. Arrows Yeah, he would have been out. No, he was going off, though. I mean, he rounded third, and now he's safe at third. We're tied at 3. 2 balls, no strikes as the count to Sandoval. In the process, that's the third wild pitch Lyons has thrown. And now Arrows is at third and Melhalf is at second. 2-0 is the count to Sandoval. We're tied at 3. Now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. That breaking ball is swung on and missed for strike 1. Lions searching for the third out. Still, it's the third batter he's seen. Hart was on the hook for Smith at first. So that run is charged to him. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike to Sandoval. Lions come set. Breaking ball. Strike 2. That was a late call. Yeah. Sandoval threw his bat and thought there had been 3 straight. Well, actually, it'd be 4 straight walks, 3 straight issued by Lions, and the bases will be loaded. Instead, the count is full, and if the Lions, you're saying to yourself, okay, I feathered a breaking ball there to fill the count at 3-2. And now you're trying for a put-away pitch. Swings and lines one to left. Grotto! What a catch. Hard a little. I'm going to deny it. It was sent out to left. Grotto had to run a long way, and a guy that has sneaky speed makes the catch to retire the side. We are still tied at 3, entering the home half of the 6th. It's a loud third out, and we're tied at 3 through 5.5. What did I tell you? It's a good one. Bottom 6 coming up. It'll be Esperanza due up. Excuse me, I think it'll be Grotto. We'll find out for sure when we come back. New pitcher has been in search for the Oaks. Introduce him. He's a right-hander when we come back. Thanks so much for hanging out on the Blue Streaming Network and making us a part of your Friday evening. I'll be right back. It's Grotto leading off the bottom of the 6th. Neeson is 1 for 2 with the double and a ground out to third. His double, that was his 12th of the season, to lead the Blues. And the newly inserted right-hander, you know his name well. So we've seen Chris Torres on the mound 3 times against us. This is now going to be the 4th time that we'll see Cole Baker. It's his 7th appearance on the season. 4 have been against the Blues. His first time out, Blues got to him. They plated 3 earned runs on 4 hits. He did strike out 5, and he went through 2 1/3. Then back on the 10th, 3 full innings, did not give up a run or hit. That first pitch to Grotto's in there for a strike. And most recently on the 24th, in that 1-0 shutout victory, 2 1/3, 2 2/3, no earned runs, and just 2 hits allowed. He's a senior at Ole Miss. 0-1 pitch. Checked the swing and took strike 2. Hometown of Birmingham, Alabama. 0-2 the count to Grotto. Grounded to Cabral. Safe. It pulled him off the bag. Cabral's throw pulled Bobo off the bag, and Grotto is safe. E6, an error on Cabral. Grotto reaches. Blues get the leadoff man aboard. They had Grotto, and here's Clarkson. He tied this ball game with a 2 RBI double in the bottom of the 4th. We're currently tied at 3. The umpires convene, and they concur. Grotto is safe. Here's Clarkson. Drove in RBIs 15 and 16 for TJ to match his jersey number. Left-handed batter. Walked, leading off the bottom of the 2nd as well. Leads the team in that category. Batting now with Grotto safe at first and no one out. In the bottom of the 6th, we're tied at 3. And Cole Baker is facing Clarkson for the first time tonight. First man that faces Baker reaches on an E6. Ball 1. We've seen stolen bases in this one from the Oaks. We've seen a couple. Grotto is 2nd on the team in stolen bases. We'll see if he runs with nobody out. 1 ball and no strikes. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the glove. It's 1-1. After Clarkson is Samuelson. He's the reason the Blues have 3 runs. His RBI single made it 3-2 at the time. We're tied at 3 currently in the bottom of the 6th. Blues have 4 hits. All came consecutively in the bottom of the 4th to score all their runs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Grotto at first. Baker gets the sign. Comes set, then deals. Ball 2. As the count evens. So you're seeing if you're the Blues, you're seeing 2 pitchers in this one that you've seen multiple times before and multiple times have gotten to, and they're deploying them in a tie ball game here. Torres got the start, was solid through 5. It's Baker's turn to pitch in relief as Clarkson swings and misses through strike 3. He's the first out. Here's Tate Samuelson. Had that RBI single back in the 4th as mentioned. Is also grounded into a double play. Grotto still safe at first with 1 away for Samuelson. Time momentarily called. The RBI by Samuelson was his 23rd this season. We are tied at 3. Baker to the plate. With ball 1, it gets away. Grotto's taking 2nd.
It wasn't us.
That's the fourth wild pitch we've seen in the last inning, last 2 half innings. Colorado's second scoring position needs the go-ahead run. Samuelson took ball 1 in the dirt. It's a second pitch from Cole Baker. So this is his 4th time pitching against the Blues. We mentioned this is 7th appearance, sub-2 ERA, 1.92 to be specific. 1 pitch, Samuelson, take high and inside, ball 2. Other than that, he's pitched against the Barons and the Saints and the Ventura Pirates, a non-CCL team. Two balls and no strikes to Tate Samuelson. Third baseman out of Cal Poly SLO. Baker checks on Grotto at second twice and now deals. Flown out to center. Oh, that's carrying. Oh, it's caught against the wall. Oh, he dropped it? Wow, it looked like he got it. Samuelson dives into second. He is safe. Yeah, here's Solis again. He's having none of this call. And Foreman, who we thought made the catch, who... Oh, he's down. TJ Foreman, who gave everything he could on that catch, is down on the warning track in deep center.
All right. Do I play music?
No. Foreman is down. Solis is over there. Member of the Blues medical staff. They're tending to him. Samuelson looked like that ball went from being a fly out to being a homer to being an actual, what we thought was caught. Ball popped out. Samuelson's safe at second right now. Grotto's safe at third. There's 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. We're tied at 3, but at the moment, we hope for the health and safety of TJ Foreman, who's down in deep center. He's down on his back right now. The only collision was with the wall. He did not collide with Sandoval, who runs back in now to tell his manager, relay information. And we'll see what they'll have to do here as Foreman is down. Still down, and could have been on the landing. Could have been the part of him that collided with the wall. But TJ Foreman was down. He did not get up. He remained on the ground, and that is when it was brought to our attention, or when we noticed that medical attention may be needed. That's where he is now. And we're awaiting any information we can get on the health of TJ Foreman. TJ Foreman is up. He's walking in deep center. He's still accompanied by our own Dana Applegarth, members of our medical staff. TJ Foreman is up, is moving, looks to be fine. In the process of all of that, Tate Samuelson did indeed fly out to center. So they're going to call Samuelson out. They're going to say that Foreman caught that ball in the process of colliding with the center field wall. But Grotto did tag and advance to third, so he is safe there. I think you were right, Max, too. I think it was on the transfer. That was our discussion. We initially thought Samuelson was out and that the ball poked out on the transfer from glove to hand. So,
It was over. I think they were bringing it.
but TJ Foreman is up. He's moving. He's in dead center field. He's accompanied still by teammates, Dana Applegarth, members of our medical staff, and we'll see if he's well enough to continue or if they'll sub him out. They're not going anywhere with him right now, so it looks like we're going to wait for the golf cart to get out to center and have him be taken somewhere, driven. We'll have to wait and see. TJ Foreman is up and is moving. He's not on the ground anymore. Are they saying Grotto is at second still? Why is he there? Cole Baker's throwing warm-up pitches as we're going to see whether Grotto is safe at third or if he's safe at second. The situation, however, we're still 2 outs, bottom 6, and a tie ball game at 3. So the golf cart got out there to drive TJ Foreman wherever he needs to go, hospital, anywhere where he can seek further medical attention. But TJ Foreman, he was up, he was moving, he was on his own 2 feet out in center after a hard collision with the center field wall in which he heroically caught a fly out of Tate Samuelson, caught a fly ball. What we're wondering now is we'll get back to baseball is whether Grotto is safe at second or if he did indeed tag and go into third.
He went to catch a fly ball and just went straight into
Yeah. Okay. Looks like Grotto's still going to be second. That's interesting. He tagged, but he's still in scoring position. Grotto's at second. Samuelson just flew out to center. We've confirmed that. TJ Foreman is in the dugout. In the bullpen, rather.
10 is in right field.
10 is in right field now. Hunter Call has filled in for TJ Foreman in right field.
Who's in?
We're back to baseball. Vinny Bologna stands in. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Grotto is safe at second. He's in scoring position. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and we are tied at 3.
He did. He made it to third. I don't know why.
David Solis is still talking to our home plate umpire about something. Maybe he's arguing that Grotto should be out. But Grotto, what we thought should be at third. He's safe at second currently. We had the Foreman injury stall us momentarily. Now Solis is out. He's gotten his answer. Now the umps are going to convene. Curious to see what comes of this. Cole Baker is still on the mound and has gotten his fair share of warm-up pitches in between these stoppages of play. Yeah, he was arguing Grotto should be out. Interesting. Grotto's safe at second. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Bologna's at the plate in a tie ball game. It's 3-3. Baker's come out. Grotto reached on an error. The inning could be over as he sat down Clarkson and Samuelson. Instead, he deals with Grotto now in scoring position. He'll deal to Bologna. We're tied at 3. Average for Vinny at 263. RBI total at 4. Trying to add to that and untie this ball game. First pitch from Baker to Bologna. Swung on and missed strike 1. We're back to baseball now. Appreciate your patience with our stoppages of play. With our Wi-Fi issues. We're back. And it's a good one. As promised, bottom 6. 4 of the previous 5 meetings between these two teams, the game's been won in the 7th inning or later. Will that trend continue? 0-1 pitch. Flared out to right. Call can't make the catch. It's by him. It's rolling to the wall. Grotto scores. Bologna's going to go for 3. It's an RBI triple for Vinny Bologna, and it's 4-3. And after all that, Bologna is going to be safe at third with 2 outs, and they've gotten to Baker to untie this ball game. For Bologna, it's his first triple, it's his 5th RBI, and it is 4-3 Blues. Here's Martinez now. What a tough situation for Hunter Call to be put in. You're in the game for 5 seconds, and a fly ball is sent out to you. It drops in front of you. Tried to dive and make the catch. Could not. It rolled to the wall. It's a 3-bagger for Bologna, and then ties this ball game at 4-3. And Martinez on 1 and misses. It's 0-1. On the count. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Bologna is safe at third. Took a low breaking ball that's called for strike 2.
Well, the guy dove. I was like an automatic triple once he dove.
Nothing in 2. The count to Martinez. 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout looking and a fly out to right. Bologna is safe at third. It's 4-3 Blues. In the dirt, and he takes ball 1. Martinez, the average at 261. His RBI total at 12. Can add to that with a base hit. 1-2 pitch. Waits on it. It's in the dirt, and the count's even at 2-2. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flared out to right. It's a base hit. Gets by Call again. Martinez will round first, head into second. It can be a second straight triple. It is. It's 5-3. It gets away. He's still safe at third. Back-to-back RBI triples from Bologna and Martinez. It's a 2-run lead. Here's Kretschmar now to bat with his Stanford teammate at third. There's still 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Back-to-back triples have untied us and given the Blues a 2-run cushion. It's 5-3. And for Martinez, it's his second triple of the season. Baker to the plate, and that's ball 1. Man, you got a feel for Hunter Call in this inning. The Blues flare 2 fly balls out to right. The first, he dove. It may have gotten some leather, but he didn't catch it. It rolls by him, and on that one, just a really, really tough play to make. It looked like it was going to be a hit the whole way. Took an awkward hop, got by him, and it's a second straight 3-bagger. The count is 1-1 to Austin Kretschmar. One ball and 1 strike. Popped up and out of play. It's a souvenir. Those high pop-ups, those foul balls, they never find anyone with a glove. One ball and 2 strikes. The Blues have 6 hits. They've only strung them together. 4 consecutive in the bottom of the 4th. Now 2 consecutive triples in the bottom of the 6th. It's 5-3. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Martinez is still at third. Let's not forget that with Kretschmar at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. High and inside and got him swinging. Inning over, but not before the Blues deal considerable damage to Cole Baker. It's a RBI triple from Bologna that untied us. Martinez would follow with one of his own. It's 5-3, and Kevin Lyons will trot back out for a second consecutive inning of relief when we come back for the top of the 7th. Blues lead by 2, and I'm going to take a short break and be right back with you. Thanks so much for making Blues baseball part of your Friday evening. I'll be right back. Top 7. It's 5-3 Blues. Lyons deals to Cabral. Strike 1. Cabral 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to left. The Blues have taken the lead. Back-to-back RBI triples have made it 5-3. We're in the top of the 7th now. 0-1 from Lyons. Dips in. Strike 2. Well, it was a 6th inning, a bottom of the 6th specifically, that featured a lot of stoppages. TJ Foreman was injured, had to be taken to the dugout. Oh, just beyond the reach of us. And it lands on top of the press box. Count still 0-2. And then back-to-back line drives to right are hit in the direction of Hunter Call, who had been in the game for maybe 30 seconds. Both got by him, both rolled to the wall, and it was back-to-back triples that untied us. This one's flared out to left. It's a base hit for Cabral, leading off the top of the 7th. It's the first hit allowed by Kevin Lyons, and it's a leadoff base runner for the Oaks. Here's Austin Carrillo. 5-3 game in the top of the 7th. We'll see how the Oaks rally with a loss and an Orange County victory. They would be eliminated from playoff contention. Throw over to first. Checks on Cabral. He's safe. We're going to get that Orange County Santa Barbara score for you and just see if, well, the game obviously not being over, but we will see what the situation is over there. No pitches yet to Carrillo. He's 1 for 3.
So
Fouled back and out of play. It's 0-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's kind of like one of those rotates.
In the bottom of the 8th, the Saints and the Riptide are playing the Saints. It's 7-0 Arroyo Seco. 7-3.
Oh, come on.
Popped up and caught. That's the first out. It's 7-3 Saints, and the Riptide lose. The Oaks season is not over. They'd have to win out 2 consecutive to finish the season and hope Orange County loses one more time. Their next game is against Orange County, and that's their biggest of the season. Lions to Foreman. Strike 1. One man out. Foreman and 0-1 count. It's 5-3 Blues. We're in the top of the 7th. Lions delivers. Taking off for second, it's swung on and missed, and it'll be a stolen bag for Daniel Cabral, and the count is 0-2. What are they calling? Excuse me, this is no longer TJ Foreman. That is my mistake. TJ Foreman was injured in the bottom of the 6th. This is Hunter Call. My mistake. This is Hunter Call at the plate, and the count is 0-2.
So he swayed and fell into the path of the
Apparently, you can call someone out on that.
Okay, Hunter Call. So originally I said it was CJ Foreman. Then it was Hunter Call. Hunter Call is out now. Here's Bobo taking ball 1. So did Call strike out or interference? All right. Hunter Call was out on interference. I'm as confused as you are. Yeah, I don't get it. 2 gone. Lions throws over to first. He's safe. There's 2 outs in the top of the 7th for Brendan Bobo, who is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's been a generous man. He's given fans 3 bottles of hot sauce on his own. Throw over to first, and Cabral is still safe. Packed house, Sinsheimer Stadium. What a sight. No count. Inside, ball 2. Two gone in the top of the 7th. Bobo at the plate in a 2-0 count. Blues lead 5-3. Check the swing, took ball 3. Cabral still safe at first. Lions trying to pitch a scoreless top of the 7th. Ball 4. And Bobo takes a walk. It's a 4-pitch walk to Brendan Bobo, the first time he's reached tonight, bringing Brendan Durfee to the plate. And the Oaks have men on first and second now with 2 gone in the top of the 7th. And here comes Steve Tolley. They're calling to the bullpen. Lions, it's the 4th walk he's issued. Excuse me, it's the 3rd walk he's issued, and his night will be over. Blues are going to make a pitching change with men on first and second and 2 outs in the top of the 7th. They lead 5-3. And we'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back. Thanks so much for hanging out, making Blues baseball part of your Friday evening. Welcome back. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And newly inserted right-hander is Ryan Ward, hard-throwing right-hander. Men on first and second now. Ward dealing to Durfee. 5-3 Blues, and the first pitch is outside, ball 1. Ward going with the heater fastball, tops out in the high 90s. He's been throwing 90 miles an hour since he was 16 years old. And Ward looks in, just delivered ball 1 to Durfee, who has only reached on an error back in the first. Run scored in the process, checking second, and now dealing in their first strike, and it's 1-1. So it's Bobo at first. He just worked a walk, and the night was done for Lions. Now we welcome Ward to this ball game, and it's Cabral safe at second. He led things off with a single. 1-1 the count to Durfee. Ward checking second, coming set, and now dealing. It's grounded foul, and it's 1-2. 5-3 Blues our score. 2 outs, top 7. One ball and 2 strikes. Everyone running. Grounded foul. Everyone in motion with 2 outs. The Oaks have the tying runs on the bases. 1 in scoring position. That's Cabral. Bobo at first. And Durfee at the plate. Both pitching changes have been made with 2 outs in an inning. In the process, Lions, when he was inserted, gave up a run. We'll see how Ward fares, just needing 1 more out as that dips outside. Ball 2, count even at 2-2 to Brendan Durfee. Men on first and second for the Oaks with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. It's 5-3 Blues. Packed house here at Sinchheimer Park. Fireworks night, 3rd and final. We'll obviously have the show for you post-game. Won't want to miss that. It has never disappointed. 2-2. Ball 3. I smell popcorn. Is that popcorn? Yeah, Evan's got some popcorn next to me. Count full. 2 gone in the top of the 7th. They'll step off. Count full to Brendan Durfee. Here's a payoff pitch from Ward. Grounded to Fenn at short. He'll take the out at first. And the inning is over. Ward comes in and gets the final out in the top of the 7th. Stranding runners on first and second for the Oaks. Our score remains 5-3 Blues. Home half of the 7th coming up. It'll be Ryan Fenn, the man that made that final out, due up for the Blues. And they're half of the 7th, leading by 2. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. It's been a good one. 5-3, bottom 7 coming up. Thanks for hanging out. We're back. Bottom 7 underway. It's Ryan Fenn leading things off as promised. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And he's facing Cole Baker for the first time tonight. 5-3 our score in favor of San Luis Obispo. And that's where we are. It's another beautiful night for baseball here at Sinsheimer Park. The 3rd and final fireworks night. And I am psyched about it. Baker to the plate. Fenn checked the swing and went around for strike 1.
Moving pretty quick if we
No one on, no one out. Fenn leading off the bottom of the 7th against Cole Baker, senior at Ole Miss. That's ball 1, dipping away. Count evens. Fenn, a sophomore at Cuesta College. Subbing in, we had Ruben Mercado in the starting lineup before he even came to the plate. I think before he even made an out. But Fenn has subbed in for him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball 2. So not sure whether Ruben was a late scratch, whether the lineup was wrong. Bob Miller's not here also. Miss you, Bob. Team's playing well, though. 5-3 is the score. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Fenn. Grounded off the mound, and Smith has it at second. 1 out. Back to the top of the order, and Ryan Cermak, who will not face Chris Torres for the first time tonight. He was 0 for 3 against him. Instead, he'll face Cole Baker. No one on and 1 out for Cermak. Here comes David Solis. He's going to have a word with Baker on the mound. Probably, I think it's the 5th time he's come out of the pen. This time not to dispute something. Instead, he's talking to his reliever. And some arrows there as well. The situation remains no one on and 1 out for Cermak in a 5-3 ball game. Are they going to give Baker warm-up pitches? Maybe he noticed something about him.
I think it's the mound.
Perhaps. You think the mound?
Yeah, I think he's talking about something on the mound.
Okay. something had to be brought to his attention to get out of the pen. John, to answer your question, we are going to stream the fireworks for you. We will have that here. That's why everyone's here. What am I saying? Why else would you be here? Just kidding. Cermak is having a word with Steve Tolley down the third baseline. And Baker's coming out. Okay. But we believe that Cole left injured, and there's going to be a new pitcher on the mound for the Oaks when we come back. Obviously, going to have to throw himself into this ball game. It's 5-3. It's an important one. Last we checked, the game between the Arroyo Seco Saints and the Orange County Riptide, in the bottom of the eighth, it was 7-3 Saints. So if we can presume they won that game, if the Oaks lose tonight, they will not be eliminated from playoff contention. And the Blues with a win tonight. This is the sixth and final meeting between the Blues and Oaks. There's a new pitcher on the mound for the Oaks. We'll get you his name. We'll get you his stats. There it is, 37. We'll introduce him when we come back. He's coming into a situation with no one on and one out in a 5-3 ball game in the bottom of the seventh. I'm going to step aside for just a moment, and I'll introduce you to the new Oaks pitcher when we come back. Thanks so much for making Blues Baseball on the Blues Streaming Network part of your Friday evening. It's fireworks night. Newly inserted left-hander who's warming up right now. His name is Jacob Flores. He's a 6'4 lefty. He's a senior at San Diego State. He's an Aztec, hometown of San Diego. It's his third appearance this season. His first game as an Oak was back on July 17th. Since then, he's pitched only once, 3 1/3 innings. To his credit, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hits in those 3 1/3. Comes into pitch in a 5-3 ball game, bottom of the seventh, still underway. We're in the middle of it. Cermak was in the middle of about to take his 4th at bat. And while we have a moment and have some time, as Flores warms up, we want to thank one of the many generous sponsors of the San Luis Obispo Blues. We want to thank High Street Deli. They've been supplying sandwiches for us when we hit the road. We don't get sick of them. High Street is fantastic. Our director of press box operations, Evan Sunny, telling me, what was that, Evan? One of the best sandwiches you've ever had from High Street?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really good.
Yeah, the way he described it, it was like you had watched a movie, and eating that sandwich was a full-on experience. So thank you to High Street Deli. If you're looking for some of the best Dutch crunch bread you've ever had in your life, check out our friends at High Street Deli.
Worth the wait.
Worth the wait. Indeed. We've been talking food all night. Game 40. Wow. Packed house on a fireworks night, the third and final. Been a good one, as it always is. Cermak stands in, bases empty, 1 gone, bottom 7. It's 5-3 Blues. And Flores is making his 3rd appearance this season, and he just delivered ball 1 to Cermak. 1-0 the count. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1.
Is there any way you can cover me for like 2 minutes while I go pee, please? Yes, no, it's coming.
1 ball and 1 strike to Cermak. Swinging and missing through strike 2. Flores has only given up 2 hits in his 3 2/3 innings. Has not given up an earned run. 1-2 the count. Checked the swing and took ball 2 as that one gets away. Two balls and 2 strikes. Grounded back up the middle. It's off of Flores. And it gets by Smith at second. It's an infield single for Ryan Cermak. He's aboard. Cermak had only not had a hit in 1 ball game since coming back. And that was against the Oaks in the 1-0 shutout. Was 0 for 3 up until the infield single. Now is aboard for AJ Esperanza, standing in with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and now a base runner in the form of the speedy 5-tool center fielder, Ryan Cermak. Esperanza's first time facing Flores. So far, Esperanza's 1 for 3. Strike 1.
So do they provide you this, or like do you bring it yourself?
Esperanza started the hitting parade in the bottom of the 4th for the Blues with a single. He'd be followed by Mason Grotto, who would double. TJ Clarkson would double. That throw gets away. Cermak's taking second and possibly more. It indeed will be 3 bags for Ryan Cermak on a throw that completely got away. Wow. It's a throwing error for Flores. Newly inserted. Gave up the single to Cermak. Now has him at third because of an E1. It's the second error for the Oaks tonight. And both have proved costly. That one especially now, as the infield is tightly packed in because there's only 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and Cermak, a possible 6th run for the Blues, is safe at third. 0-1 pitch. Missing high and inside for ball 1.
Yeah.
5-3 Blues. Here's a 1 pitch. Esperanza grounds 1 foul. Esperanza, a junior at Cuesta College, not far from here. Played under Bob Miller for some time now. Of course, Bob Miller's been at Cuesta College for some time now. 19 seasons as the head coach. His first with the Blues, trying to lead his team, even though he's not here tonight, to a playoff berth. Swinging bunt. It's at short. He'll look off Cermak at third, and Cabral guns to first for the second out. Infield will back up a bit now. Cermak still at third for Mason Grotto. That's Mason RBI Grotto, to those of you that have followed the Blues for most of this season. Grotto 1 for 2 and has reached on an error. 2 gone at the bottom of the 7th. Cermak at third in a 5-3 ball game. Flores trying to pitch a scoreless first inning of relief out of the pen. Left-hander out of San Diego stands in face the senior at Fresno State, Mason Grotto, who's out of Clovis. Swung on and missed. This will be a 6-3 ball game if Grotto is able to deliver a base hit. Breaking ball. Strike 2. For the Blues. And not allowing his throwing error to come back to bite him. It's 5-3 Blues. Here's no 2 pitch to Mason Grotto. Cermak flared out, fouled off. It's a souvenir, and the count and situation remain the same. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grotto with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Cermak, who reached on an infield single, is saved at third after advancing 2 bases on a throwing error from Flores. Cermak is trying to steal home and is out. That was anticlimactic. With Grotto
Footloose friendly.
in a 2-strike count, 0-2 count, they're talking about it now. That's interesting, without question. There's been questionable decisions tonight. That could be one of them. But the Oaks certainly catch a break as Cermak tried to steal home with Grotto in an 0-2 count. And our score remains 5-3. Footloose Frenzy is going to take place out in left field. And while that goes on, we're going to take a short break. It's still 5-3. And we're going to enter the top of the 8th. Blues unable to plate a run from third. And I'll be right back. Going to take a short break. Come back for the top of the 8th. Ryan Ward, we assume, will be pitching still. And as I say that, it isn't. Oh, no, it is. Goodness gracious. Ryan Ward is set to pitch the top of the 8th. 5-3 our score. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back with you. Thanks so much for making Blues Baseball on the Blues Streaming Network part of your Friday evening.
Can I take the test box?
Go for press box.
Okay.
Oh, hey. No. Thank you.
Their sugar's still running out into the middle of the field.
What's that post?
We're back with you for the top of the 8th, and there's a pinch hitter at the plate. It's Lauren Frank, who stands in pinch hitting for Grant Smith, who is having an outstanding day. And Ward delivers ball 1. So Smith, up until this point, had RBI doubled, had been hit by a pitch and walked, and he also in that process stole 2 legs. But he's been subbed out for. Frank stands in. 1-0 count. Ryan Ward still out there pitching in relief. In the top of the 8th in a 5-3 ball game, and that is popped up, and it's in shallow right. Bologna makes the catch. 1 gone. Henson arrows to the plate now for the 4th time. He has only reached on a walk. Other than that, 0 for 2. Stay tuned for the post-game show. Blues Live, then a firework show. Lots still to be done, including the finish of this one in what's been a great game. 5-3 our score. Going down to the wire. 5 more outs to get for the Blues to clinch a playoff berth. Ward to the plate. Grounded foul. It's 0-1. Ward shakes off the first sign from Esperanza, now comes set and delivers an 0-1 pitch to Frank. Grounded to Fenn. Takes a hop on him, eats him up, still guns to first, and Frank is safe. We'll roll that one an E6 on Ryan Fenn. Both teams now have committed 2 errors, as that one ate up Fenn on a short hop. Runner at first now is Greg Melhoff. 0 for 2 with a walk as well. Arrows is aboard. He's safe at first with 1 out in the top of the 8th. 5-3 our score. Ward momentarily checks first and now deals. Grounded. Foul. 0-1. Are we not going to give an attendance guess today?
I think since it's sold out, that's what happened last time. Since it was
That is what
crowd,
I just wanted to write a crooked number on there and just see.
everyone would be within 10. Probably.
Ballpark it. Yeah, right. 0 on the count. Ball attendance around here, and whoever is the closest wins something. It's always a good time. There might be 2,000 people here. Fouled off. It's 1-2. There, the hot sauce chance. As Ward has Melhoff in a 2-strike count. 1 man on and 1 out in the top of the 8th. Ward comes set. Now throws to first. One ball and 2 strikes still. Ward bounces one, gets away from Esperanza, and that is going to allow Frank to advance into second, and the count is 2-2. Wild pitch from Ward allows Frank to be now in scoring position. Oaks trail by 2, and there's no question they came out, played with some urgency, took advantage of an early error in the top of the first that would go on to play 2 runs. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's a big one. Big second out. Melhoff strikes out for the second time tonight. Sandoval stands in. He's 0 for 3.
And we have some mixed up shoes. If your kid had rainbow bands, take a look at those rainbow bands to make sure they're their shoes.
Raul Sandoval to the plate with Frank at second in a 5-3 ball game. Ward to the plate. Gets away. Second wild pitch, and now Frank is at third. That one not close. We have seen this from now Kevin Lyons and Ryan Ward. It did not come back. It did, excuse me. No, it came back to get Lyons. He threw a wild pitch that allowed a runner to advance to third, and then he threw another one that allowed him to come in and score. We have a final in the Saints and Riptide game. We'll give it to you in a moment. 1-0 pitch. Strike one. The Saints have defeated the Riptide 7-3. That means that with a loss tonight, the Oaks cannot be eliminated from playoff contention. They will need to defeat the Riptide tomorrow night. That's a huge one. That's their season. And then win their final game. 1-1. Breaking ball misses high, ball 2. Frank's at third. This is only a 2-run ball game, and they're thinking, how about we win this one and make it a little easier on ourselves? Take advantage of the Riptide losing. If the Oaks are to win, well, then they'd be in a much better position going into tomorrow night. Not as desperate. Ball 3. See if Ward can pitch out of this one. 2 outs, top 8, and a runner at third in a 5-3 ball game. He's pitching to Raul Sandoval. Three balls and 1 strike. Grounded, back to Ward. Inning over. The Oaks threaten again, and a runner is stranded at third. It is still 5-3 as we will head to the bottom of the 8th. The Blues are 3 outs away from clinching a playoff berth. It's time to take a momentary break. It's time to sing Sweet Caroline, and it's time to hopefully get ready for a Blues victory and a good old-fashioned fireworks show. Bottom 8 coming up. Blues will be at the plate. It'll be Grotto, Clarkson, and Samuelson due up. Don't go anywhere. It's been a good one, hasn't it? 5-3 our score. I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging out. Grotto back up, leading off the bottom of the 8th. He was in the middle of his at-bat as he takes strike 1. When Ryan Cermak decided to say, screw it, I'm going to try and steal home. He was out at the plate. Grotto flares one out to right center. Call makes the catch for the first out. Jacob Flores, lefty, pitching. Still. One gone now for TJ Clarkson. Here's TJ, who has walked and driven in 2 runs on a double. Our score remains 5-3 with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Blues in front. That's strike 1. Ball 1 as the count evens. I say we do our own attendance guess. He's going to tell us how many people were here. What are you going to ballpark it at?
Capacity is 1,800.
Capacity is 1,800?
That's the max ticket sales.
Huh.
That's what they cap it at.
Okay.
I'm going to say 23 people didn't show up. So I'll say 1,777.
1777. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Fouled back, and it's a souvenir for 1,777 people. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom 8. Evan, what do you think?
What?
Attendance.
I'm gonna say the same as Max.
No, stop it. What a cop-out.
You got to pick the over under.
I'll do the over.
All right.
I'll do the under. That makes it easy. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Clarkson. Flores trying to pitch a scoreless bottom of the 8th. Flared out to right, and it's a base hit. Single for TJ, his second hit, and his 3rd time reaching. Here's Tate Samuelson.
Batting for the Blues, number 3 from Cal Poly, Tate Samuelson.
Having a lot of fun tonight. Had a lot of fun last night. We all went to State Fair. All the interns mean. You'll take it. All right. 1777. Something about that number. Samuelson swung on and missed. Strike 1. Mid-State Fair was fun. That was a good time. Concert was my favorite part. I didn't even know who was performing.
1,000 horses.
Huh?
1,000 horses.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
I don't know.
They're good, though. 0-1 the count. Ball 1. Clarkson safe at first with 1 gone in the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-3 Blues. Flores. Strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Samuel. Time called momentarily. Samuelson having some words with our home plate umpire. One, 2 the count with 1 gone at the bottom of the 8th. TJ Clarkson is aboard. He's safe at first after singling to right field. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 gone.
Batting number 20, the regular from Preston State, it's Vinny Bologna.
Here's Bologna. It's the Blues' last chance to tack on any more insurance. We'll see who's out to pitch the top of the 9th. No matter what happens, they'll need 3 more outs to clinch a spot in Lincoln. Flores to Bologna. Ball 1 gets away, and Clarkson will take second base. What's so cool about these firework games, and this is obvious, but everyone sticks around. We can see sometimes, like even if this thing was a blowout, if it was 10-2, they'd still be here. Obviously, because the fireworks are going to happen. Bologna. This is out and right and drifting foul. Count even at 1-1. But it's just cool to have, because we can have big crowds. We can have 1,200, 1,300, half are gone, especially at this point in the game. And this has been a good game. It's going to come down to the ninth, and there's 1,777 people here.
Can you repeat that?
Awesome.
Tickets to hospitality.
1 ball and 1 strike to Bologna. Flared out into center, a base hit. Clarkson rounding third and will score. It's 6-3.
And the Blues score, you score. $3 line clear, $3 Pecos line now through the
That was smoked up the middle, and it's an RBI for Bologna, his second of the night.
Yeah, the lights aren't on anymore.
Here's Martinez.
batting number 4, this Martinez.
Copy that.
Martinez standing in with now Bologna at first. This is a 6-3 ball game, and there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The Blues have tacked on 1 more insurance run. It's the first earned run Flores has given up in what is his 3rd appearance this season. Ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Martinez. That got away, and Bologna is going to take second. 2-0 the count now. Shouldn't the merchandise tent be packing up right now? Look at Brendan. He's still just slanging merch. Director of merchandise, Brendan Fisher. We had him in an intern interview. The count to Martinez. He has an RBI triple. Popped up and drifting out of play. It's a souvenir. You know, they're just never caught. They're never caught. They're always won, though, by someone. But since they're never caught, it's never the person it's hit directly at. 2 balls and 1 strike. Flores to the plate. Strike 2. Swing and a miss by Martinez. Has the count even. Deuce is wild. I think you guys did this last time he was up too. He got a triple. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Martinez. Bologna is second. He's
Works every time.
ball 3. Works every time. Count full to Martinez. Bologna is at second. He singled in a run and advanced on a wild pitch. It's 6-3 Blues. Flores looking to end this home half of the 8th. Ball 4. Martinez is aboard with a walk. Bringing Kretschmar to the plate for his 4th at-bat. He has only reached on a walk. Has stolen a base as well. Flores dealing with traffic here. Men on first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th and what is now a 6-3 ball game in favor of the Blues. In search of their 25th win in 40 games and in search of, more importantly, a playoff berth in what will be the first ever CCL state playoffs taking place in Lincoln, California. Who's excited? I am too. Fouled off, it's 0-1. On the count. Strike two. It's Bologna at second and Martinez at first. Kretschmar at the plate in the 0-2 hole, facing Jacob Flores. Blues and Oaks for the sixth and final time this season. After tonight, it's 2 more games against the Barons. 0-2. High, missing, ball 1. Stay tuned for the postgame show, Blues Live. One ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called, and Kretschmar down looking. More importantly, they tack on one more. They give insurance to the bullpen that will look to shut down the Oaks in the top of the 9th. 6-3 Blues as we head to the final frame. Hope you've enjoyed this one as much as I have. I'm Zach Ebrahim here in the press box alongside statistician Max Lober, director of press box operations Evan Sonny, PA announcer Jim Siebert. The whole squad is here, and we're happy to be bringing this one to you as we have all season. Game 40. Game 41 tomorrow at 4, and the final one, game 42 on Sunday at 1 o'clock. It'll be Ward to shut things down in the top of the 9th. I'm going to take a short break and be right back with you. Can't thank you enough for making Blues baseball a part of your Friday evening and a part of your 2021 summer. It's been an honor. Ward on to pitch the top of the 9th. It's Cabral at the plate. Grounded to Kretschmar. 1 out. 2 more to go. It's 6-3 Blues. We're in the top of the 9th.
Go for press box.
There's 1 out, and we're in the top of the 9th. Ward deals now to Austin Carrillo as we work our way back to the top of the Oaks order, and time is running out for Conejo. That's strike 1. They catch a break, obviously. Orange County is defeated tonight, and that makes tomorrow literally their season. If they lose tomorrow, they cannot go to the playoffs. They have a chance to beat the Riptide, as that one's grounded foul, and possibly overtake them for the 3 seed in the South. Currently, your Blues are the 2nd seed in the South. The 1 seed, Arroyo Seco. Have to remember that Santa Barbara is not going to Lincoln. They will go to Wichita and not participate in the CCL playoffs. So it goes Saints, Blues, and Riptide for now. 0-2 count. Korea 1 for 4. Flared out to left and foul. Count and situation remain the same. It's an 0-2 count on Carrillo. There's no one on and 1 out. We're in the top of the 9th, and our score is 6-3 Blues. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Count even at 2. Two more outs to go. Carrillo stands in with 1 gone. Here's Ward to the plate. Checked his swing. Did he go around? They didn't even appeal, huh? Count full at 3-2. Ward trying to shut things down. 6-3 Blues in the top of the 9th. Here's a payoff pitch. Flared out to left and foul. Stay tuned for the post-game show. Blues Live will have an intern interview. And we will have a fireworks show. Right now, we're looking at a possible victory. And the pitch. Rounded back to Ward. 2 outs. Last chance for the Oaks will be Hunter Call.
Batting for the Oaks, number 10, Hunter Hall.
Hunter had a great game in the Oaks' last victory, 16-4 over the Barons. Got on base a bunch. We saw his brother the other day in Compton. He was a homer shy of a cycle as he singled, doubled, and tripled, and Ward delivers ball 1 to one of the Call brothers. This one, Hunter, playing for the Oaks, inserted into right field after TJ Foreman left with injury. And Hunter was put in a really, really tough spot as he fouls one off, and it's a souvenir. Count even 1-1. He was in the game for maybe 30 seconds, and one soft liner, well, not soft, it was a line drive to right. Tried to dive and make the catch, and in the process did not. It got away from him and all the way to the backstop, and then the next at-bat, maybe a couple pitches later, same thing, soft liner, takes a weird hop on him, gets by, and it's a second straight triple. That's when the Blues pulled away. Strike 2. Tough spot to be put in. There's no question about it. He's at the plate now. He's the last chance for the Oaks as they're down to their final strike. And the fans can feel it. They want to win. They want fireworks. They want it all. And the pitch. Ball 2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Hunter Call. The pitch. Oh, he got him. Can I help you with something? No, thanks. I'm just looking. Hunter Call down on strikes. It's a backwards K for Ward. It is the first ever playoff clinching victory for the San Luis Obispo Blues as they will be in Lincoln for the first ever CCL state playoffs. 6-3. In 40 games, they clinch. They'll be in Lincoln. We've gotten victory, and now we'll get fireworks. Everybody's happy. Game time, 3 hours, 23 minutes. A little higher than usual. And their season will be decided tomorrow night against Orange County. And this absolutely packed house has enjoyed a victory and will now enjoy a fireworks show. Stay tuned for the post-game show, Blues Live. Thank you, John. And thank you, everyone, seriously, as the players wave to the fans. This season has been more than special. We've got a couple more games to go, and then it's on to the playoffs. And Time for the Blues to make their playoff push. Fans are happy. Broadcasters are happy. Interns are happy. Everyone wins. Blues remain in second place in the CCL South. Close the gap. Losing pitcher Cole Baker. Save for Ryan Ward. Lions got the win. Kevin Lyons get the victory for the Blues. 6-3 your final. They defeat the Oaks and tie the season series with them 3 games apiece. Snap a 3-game losing streak against them. Final lines, Evan Larson started this thing. He went 4 full innings, 2 runs, none earned, 3 hits, struck out 5. Hurt came in, excellent, best outing in a while. An earned run that he did not give up personally. 2 strikeouts, and then Kevin Lyons the victory. Went blending and a 7-out save. Evan, you got those fireworks songs queued up for us? My man. For everyone here in the press box, I'm Zach Ebrahim saying so long for now. For statistician Max Slober, Director of Press Box Operations Evan Sonny, and our PA announcer Jim Siebert, we are ready for some fireworks. Blues win 6-3, and we can't thank you enough for hanging out and making Blues baseball on the Blues Streaming Network part of your Friday evening. The night is just getting started. If you're here for fireworks, we understand why, and we'll have them for you in a matter of moments. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun all year. It's that point in the year where you know it's kind of winding down, and as fun as the season has been, everything has to come to an end at some point. We've got a couple more games to do. We'll savor them. Players are wheeling the fireworks out right now. Another good one here at Stinsheimer Park. Thanks so much for hanging out. I've been Zach Ebrahim. This has been Game 40 of the San Luis Obispo Blues 2021 season, their 75th anniversary season. With a victory, they clinch a playoff berth and will be in Lincoln and will compete for a championship. 2 more games to go, and then it's on to the playoffs. I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back tomorrow. First pitch 4:05. We'll see you then. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, look at all this. Yeah. That it? They just finished this last one. Yeah. I think it's Spark. Like, there was a Spark that I pressed.
So it's Spark saying,
You just let another one, I think.
is that it?
Thank you very much, folks, for enjoying another fireworks show. We'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock against the Academy Barons. Please be careful. Thanks for coming. Have a safe drive home.
Back on the post-game show, Blues Live. More importantly, the Blues win 6-3 and clinch their first playoff berth in the first ever CCL state playoffs. That was a fun one. And if you're still with us, we really appreciate it. We've got a fireworks show for you. Now we're bringing the intern interview, Director of Statistics, Max Lober. What I love about these is we get to show you guys the people that make me look good. And Max is the best at that. Anytime I mute the mic, I'm looking over, pass ball or wild pitch.
Right.
He always knows what's an error and what's not. This is our guy. So, Max, thank you for doing this.
Absolutely.
First question I got to ask you is how sick of my voice are you?
No, it's not that bad, actually. I think I get used to listening to MLB broadcasters the more I listen to it. So it's kind of just a natural thing to me now that if I'm watching a baseball game, I have a voice in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably feels unnatural at this point to be at a baseball game and not hear someone. So
Agreed.
yeah.
Agreed. No, just a funny thing to get you going. You're your second season with the Blues.
Yep.
What was your first season like compared to this one? What'd you take from the first one into this one to maybe do your job better, have a better time at work? But what do you take from your first season to your second?
I definitely learned a lot on the way in my first season. So I think with the extra period off for 2020, I had more time to, I guess, reconsider what I could work on and kind of reflect on what I can build. But I have to give credit to the coaching staff because they pick up on a lot of the extra things I do last season. So they definitely made my job easier. But overall, not that much. Just kind of keep the same work ethic that I had last season and carry that into this year.
So what made you want to come back? And first off, well, how'd the opportunity come about? And what made you want to come back for a second season?
Originally, I applied in December of 2018 during my freshman year of college, and I just saw that there was a Blues opening here for statistics, and I knew at the time that was something that I wanted to get into was kind of the operations side of baseball rather than promotes or something like that. So I took advantage of that. I applied right then within that and heard back in a month or so and got that job. Really enjoyed my first year. It's just all the interns worked together really well and got to meet a lot of new people, and that's kind of what kept me looking forward to my second year, was that even though I'm not going to be working with nearly the same amount of people.
Yeah, it's a new group of people.
Exactly. And
yeah.
It's a brand new group of people, but everyone just keeps working on, and definitely, great job for everyone also.
We have a lot of fun here. There's no denying that. Had you heard of the Blues before you applied?
Yeah, so
you were familiar with the team.
Yeah, so I'm from SLO, so I've been going to Blues games since.
Oh, been going.
Yeah,
okay.
I've been going since probably. We're not. Yeah, good.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. What was the question? What did you say?
You were a Blues fan before.
Yes, okay. Yeah. So I'm from SLO, so I've been going to Blues games for a while now. So it wasn't something. Well, and I've been playing baseball games here from when I was
at this park
7. Yeah,
wow.
From Larry Lee baseball camp to high school summer league, and yeah. So I'm familiar with the area. I'm familiar with the team. So it wasn't that big of a jump, I'd say, to. As big of a jump as you to move out of town into an unfamiliar area.
I think that's really cool, though. You go from being a fan to now the scorekeeper, and that's awesome. Favorite part? I know you played baseball. You were a pitcher. Favorite part about baseball? Do you want to work in it in the future? I think you kind of hinted at that, but what is it the most about this sport? Because I've always been a basketball guy.
Yeah.
Big on pace of play. I've completely grown a new appreciation for the sport doing this many games in this span of time around these people. So what is it for you that baseball is your favorite sport, and why is that?
It's just something I've always lived with. It's the first sport that I really picked up on. I think since I was 5 or 6, I started playing baseball, and I've just kind of kept with that. And, I'm sure it's not much of a surprise to you, but the numbers game is really, it's interested me. So that's I think it's more of the numbers game in baseball is a little more deep or easier to understand than in football from what I've seen. And I'm not really familiar with basketball, so I'm not really sure what side of that on. But it was easy. It was relatively easy for me to pick up on since I've been playing for a long time and watching for a long time. Yeah.
Definitely. Last question for you. Day, moment, game. What are you going to never forget about this summer? What's a moment that made you just absolutely lose your mind laughing? Because there's been a lot of those. A moment from this summer, if you can pick it out for us, where you'll look back and say, yeah, that summed up my summer with the Blues, my second one.
I think I have two moments. Well, the Blues season overall, in terms of playing the games, was our walk off on your birthday. That was cool. I think even though it wasn't, something that it affected me as a birthday, but it was cool to have you next to me and know how much that probably affected you and how much, clearly we all enjoyed that moment. But being with everyone else, I think the fair was really fun. That was my first time really out with everyone. I think we're all kind of in pods at certain times, but mostly everyone was there at the same time. So that was a really cool experience.
It's a good group of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've been saying that every time we bring an intern on, it's been a lot of fun.
Right.
And so Director of Statistics, Max Lober, thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Max makes me look a lot smarter than I really am. And he should be commended for that. He should be paid more. It's not an easy job to do. We're going to take a break and be back with you. First pitch 4:05. Max and I will be right back here. Thanks for watching another intern interview. 2 more games to go. Don't cry. We'll be all right. See you guys tomorrow.